What's up, Insiders? Juices Jack. I'm at vapinginsider.com. Today, we're going to go over my top 10 favorite personal juices. So without any further ado, let's get into the countdown. Coming in at number 10 is Vape Wild's Hannibal Nectar. This is a sweet and savory juice that tastes like a fruit salad to me. Some of the flavor notes you will get are peach, melon, oranges, and berries. This is an in-your-face, refreshing sort of vape. I know Vape Wild gets a lot of flack because some of their juices are hit or miss. Trust me when I tell you, this one is a hit. Not only do I like vaping this at 3 milligrams, but I also use it in 6 milligrams in all my pods. Coming in at number 9, we got Goldleaf's Mango Nom Nom. This is not a custard, yet the rice part of it gives this juice a certain smoothness. This juice is very unique. This juice was inspired by a Thai dessert called mango sticky rice. You get a hint of all the different flavors, which include mango, coconut, and rice. The flavors just blend together in a beautiful medley. It's just a fantastic juice for vapors that are looking for something different. If you have ever eaten mango sticky rice, this juice is just spot on and you will enjoy it. I only wish it was available in 120 ml bottles. So far, I've only seen it in 60 ml bottles. The first custard on the list is from Vaporfy, and it's from their Rsrv line. We're talking about the Rainbow Custard. Now, you guys know I'm a certified custard head. This is a very unique custard because of the fruit that it uses. It uses strawberries and tangerine. Now, I normally don't even enjoy citrus vapes, but this one has a very soft, pillowy, smooth, silky kind of taste to it. Mix in that creamy custard that Vaporfy uses, and you've got yourself a winner. I love this juice. If you like fruity custards, definitely check this one out. Coming in at number 7 is Jam Monster Raspberry. I like most of the juices in the Jam Monster series, but this one is by far my favorite. The one I always go back to is the raspberry. The blackberry is a close second, but I prefer the raspberry. You get that full-on raspberry flavor with a hint of toast. It's a very well-balanced raspberry and not one of those harsh raspberry juices. It's sort of like a cross between a natural and a candy raspberry. Add that toasty goodness at the end and you have one hell of a juice. The bottle says it's a special edition, but I have not had a problem finding it anywhere. Coming in at number 6 is the One Strawberry. This is my favorite strawberry vape of all time. It's got everything I like: strawberries, milk, and donuts. Where do I sign up? If you are a strawberry vapor and you like donuts, you're definitely gonna wanna check this one out. They also make an apple version of this exact juice that is fantastic in the fall. The One really does a great job when it comes to that strawberry, milky, bakery sort of taste. This is an excellent juice. Cracking the top 5 is Sadboy's Custard Cookie. It's not exactly a true custard because it does have a cookie flavor in it, but this thing is predominantly vanilla custard, and the custard they use is phenomenal. You do get that cookie taste and the dryness of the cookie at the end, but for the most part, this is a vanilla custard juice. This is a fantastic juice that you will keep in your rotation for a long time to come. Just picture taking a cookie and scooping up a wad of vanilla custard. That is exactly what this juice tastes like. Love this juice in the morning with a great cup of coffee. Coming in at number 4, we got Ferrum City's Torched Juice. I picked this juice up at the last NVE I attended. All I had to do was read the label and I was hooked. It said marshmallow, cookies and custard, and that's all I needed to know. It's got all the flavors I like, and the custard is definitely the dominant flavor out of all of them. If you like marshmallows and cookies dipped in a really nice creamy custard, you're definitely going to enjoy this juice. I have literally ripped through this bottle of juice because it is so good. I may not have vaped this juice as long as I have the others on the list, but I can tell you this one is here to stay in my rotation. Cracking the top 3 is That One Vape's Apricot Custard. This has got to be the most unique custard I've ever vaped. I don't even eat apricots, but I absolutely love this juice. It tastes like no other custard you have ever had. Everyone, and I mean everyone, I recommend this juice to now uses it as a staple in their regular rotation. The flavor on this one is just so unique, and it is actually refreshing as well. Do you need a different sort of juice to kind of wake your taste buds up? Check out T1V's Apricot Custard. Just buy 120 mils off the bat and you can thank me later. Coming in at number 2, we got Johnny's Juice Vanilla Custard. I've been a fan of Johnny's Juices for quite some time now. He only sells on Facebook, so if you're thinking of purchasing them, make sure you look them up on Facebook. This guy makes some of the cleanest juices I've ever vaped. These are not coil killer juices at all, and the flavor on them is fantastic. I have yet to get a bad juice from Johnny, but my all-time favorite is his vanilla custard. It's a very simple, understated custard. It's what I consider an all-day vape. I can vape this custard anytime and all the time. Pick up a bottle and I know it will become a staple in your rotation as well. Coming in at number 1, the big dog spot, is Uncle Junk's John Wayne. Now I gotta be honest on this one. I'm not sure if I love this one because it's actually the first flavor I found that I really liked when I first started vaping, or if it's just a great juice. I think I got lucky and found a great juice right off the jump when I started vaping. This has a bunch of different flavors in it. It's a very complex juice. You get all the flavors throughout the whole pull. Vanilla and caramel are the dominant flavors with a hint of anise, graham cracker, and tobacco. And that's it, Insiders. Those are my top 10 personal favorite juices. I just want to emphasize that this is my personal favorite list. And I tend to like vanilla, creamy, fruity sort of vape. So you're going to see this list have those flavor notes dominantly on it. Now, it's impossible for me to try every juice out there, and I know I'm going to see it in the comments. I can't believe you didn't have so-and-so on the list. I can't believe you didn't have this one on the list. Again, these are just my personal favorites. It's impossible for me to try every juice that's out there. There are thousands of them. But I'm actually going to do a video where I break everything into categories like bakeries, candies, custards. We're going to do a top 10 video for separate categories as well. I just wanted to put my overall top 10 out there. Let's stick around though and talk about this one a little bit, because I wanted to talk about something that I hear all the time on the forums and in the groups. You've heard it before. Everyone always says, but taste is subjective. I want you to dismantle that belief system. Taste is not subjective. What you personally like is subjective. How something tastes, whether it's accurate or not, that is not subjective. Something either tastes accurate or it doesn't. And let me tell you why I feel that way. Back in my other career, I had a client who owned a liquor company, okay? This client of mine had to take insurance out on his most valuable employee. And he took insurance out on a guy that was basically a chemist and a professional food taster. And he took out $1 million policy on this guy. So I asked my client, I said, how come you're taking out so much insurance on this guy? And he's like, you know what, Jack? You know how hard it is to find a taster and a chemist that can work well together, because they have to have a relationship. I'm like, what do you mean a taster? He's like, there are professional tasters. They get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to reverse engineer foods and drinks. Now, I got to admit, I was like, really? He's like, you know, I'd never heard of this before. I didn't know there were such a thing as professional tasters. And this business owner explained to me, yeah, there are personal tasters and these guys have a better palate than everybody else. So the hardest thing in the world, according to this guy, is to find a chemist and a taster that can actually work together, because the chemist has to be able to work with the taster and the taster has to be able to tell the chemist, he has to be able to accurately describe what he's tasting and break it down. So my client was telling me the guy that he wants to insure is actually both. He's a professional taster, he's got a great palate, but he's also a chemist. So he doesn't need to work with anybody else, and that's really rare. So the reason I'm telling you this story is because whenever I see in forums or the group taste is subjective, it blows my mind, because I know taste is not subjective. What you like is subjective. Whether something tastes accurate or not, there's no subjectivity to that. It either tastes accurate or not. Conversely, I might not like custards, but if I have a good palate, I should be able to step back and tell you, you know, I don't like custards, but this tastes like a vanilla custard. So just keep that in mind whenever you're tasting juices, and whenever you're looking to buy a juice, or whenever you're looking at somebody else's opinion on a juice. Taste is not subjective. What you like is subjective. Something either tastes accurate or it doesn't. That's all I'm saying. And that's all I got for you today, Insiders. You keep living that vape life. We're out of here. Deuces.